Hey guys, Steven from KR Motorsports. This is a partial update to the Datsun Roadster EFI project. So, Datsun Restoration Products (DRP), they sent me over another set of throttles. Now, if you're looking at this, it may be something that's a little different, right? So, as you guys know, it's a four-cylinder vehicle, but it's only got two carbs. So, these are going to replace the two carbs altogether, and so we're testing this one out. I'm not a huge fan, and I told JT over at DRP, so he already knows this. I'm not a huge fan of four-cylinder cars where they do squirt twice. So it just has issues with atomization. Sometimes you can get an intake backfire, but we're going to try it anyways since we already have this. So if you look at it, it's pretty standard. It's pretty comparable to the four-cylinder version, or the four-barrel version. It's got its own separate rail. It uses the exact same injectors, and there is an update on that, by the way, which I'll get to in a second. But so the plan now is we are going to put the 123 distributor on it, dyno it, and then we are going to swap over to these guys and EFI it and see if we can get it to run. I make no promises on this, but if it does work out, this is something that we plan to release as like a budget version of the kit. Now again, JT already knows like my complaints about this. So there's always, you can always have some kind of weird issue depending on how the valves open. I'm not super familiar with how the R16 works. You know, it may work differently where you've got, you know, all the intake valves are open at once. I'm not sure. You know, but in theory, it basically would be like a carb where the injector is will just constantly have fuel, and then whichever cylinder gets it, right? But again, we don't know that, so this is what we'll be testing for, basically just for science. Now, this there is a linkage. I don't have the linkage. It's still in the box. I haven't even opened it up. I was so excited to get these, and I haven't had a chance to open them. But I wanted to give you guys just kind of an update on where we're at and, you know, the things that are coming. So we haven't forgotten about the project. It just, you know, there's things that get in the way in my normal work schedule with all the other cars that we work with, which I'm constantly posting shorts of if you guys aren't watching. So these are pretty well made. So like I said, that's the plan. The plan is to get it to run well on the carbs, and then we'll swap these bad boys over before we remove the intake manifold. And if it doesn't work, then we move on to the other one and we scrap this, and, you know, everyone takes a small little loss. I have kind of homed in on injectors. I've already ordered them. The injectors that I ended up with were from Deechworks. I think Deechworks is a very good budget coilover, budget injector. My personal favorite are definitely injector dynamics, but again, you know, we're not making a ton of power. You know, we need drivability, obviously, and I'm not running like a huge injector. I've kind of dialed in on a 750cc injector. The good news is that after measuring this and the other manifold, they are the same. So I will be using a pair of 750s on this first to see how it pans out. And if it works, I'll move forward, you know, and get it running, dyno tune it, and then we'll switch over to the other manifold, reuse the injectors, of course using all four, and then, you know, rinse and repeat. So overall, though, the build quality is about the same. It uses the same style BMW TPS. It rotates the same way. And these, JT said that the bore on these are a bit big for a 1600cc, but, you know, as it goes, you know, our favorite saying here is for science. You know, we've got to test it and find out. You know, there's a lot of hearsay and what people think and this and that, but until you actually do it, you don't really know, right? But yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys just a quick short update where we're at. We definitely have not forgotten about the project. It's just taking a little bit more time than anticipated. All right, guys, talk to you guys soon.